after an unexpectedly extended vacation, we're back with more marble racing, this time for Halloween. I'm sure the track has been cleared of black cats, and full moon is up ahead, as well as some witches, I believe, who are providing aerial shots for us, so thanks to them. This time, just 3 marbles out in front, down this narrow and dark course. It is Jack-o'-lantern, the orange marble, out in front of Will-o'-the-Wisp, who, as I say that, gets past by Eye of the Demon, that fiendishly dark red glowing marble as they go by a glowing haunted house as well. Not a lot of light out on this course, given a very eerie specter as these 3 work their way down. Will-o'-the-Wisp out in back. Eye of the Demon trying to hold him off for second place, but he goes around the outside. Is he going to get him? Barely, yes. Will-o'-the-Wisp retakes second place, but can anybody come up and track down Jack-o'-lantern? Out in front, careening down this course with little regard to his own safety, much like the headless horseman just flying through this area. As I say that, they come to a crawl. The ground begins to get a lot more bumpy and undulating down here. You see the occasional firelight illuminating the way, not quite the Muscos of Marina Bay in Singapore, but it gives them just enough light to see where they're going. And that could be one of the reasons why they're taking this so slow in some parts. They don't want to take a wrong turn, lest they get stuck. And as I say that, Eye of the Demon comes up into second place. As we look up ahead, though, trying now to close that gap to Jack-o'-lantern, going through the S's. And, ooh, gets stuck! Jack-o'-lantern is stuck! They're going to collide, and the front 2 continue. Will-o'-the-Wisp is stuck farther back, but it's Jack-o'-lantern now out in front. Eye of the Demon retakes first place as they go under a flashing frog lamp with eyes or something. Eye of the Demon continues now. Oh, look, Will-o'-the-Wisp continues again. He got going. It must have been just enough on those impacts to slowly roll him up ahead and continue on his way. It is Eye of the Demon out in front as they go into the tunnel, disappearing now into this mechanical section here. It is Eye of the Demon still out in front by just a few lengths over Jack-o'-lantern. There are all kinds of obstacles in the way, so they have to choose wisely as they work their way toward the finish line. Ooh, and a brief hang-up by Jack-o'-lantern. Psychedelic, man, I like that. Alright, it is Eye of the Demon now out in front. Just behind him, neck and neck, is Jack-o'-lantern. Jack-o'-lantern takes the inside and is gonna get through! Jack-o'-lantern wins the race in front of Eye of the Demon, and Will-o'-the-Wisp comes through 3 seconds in back. It was an 0.8 of a second margin of victory. Congratulations to Jack-o'-lantern.
Happy Halloween, friends and ghouls. We have gathered marbles from all around the world, glowing deep within from mysterious forces. In the blocks they are, ready to launch down a trough to win this edition of the Halloween race. Ectoplasm is out in front, but Jack-o'-lantern comes to his left, trying to pull even. Narrowly gets the lead, bouncing back and forth, nudging each other. Jack-o'-lantern falls back. Ghoster in third, now moves to the outside, pushing Jack-o'-lantern into the wall. Meanwhile, Ectoplasm is continuing to get away. Over the jump, past the rock. Continue down, stretching that lead. In the block, and they do. Ghoster, with a lot of speed, into the lead. Breezed right around Ectoplasm. Now has his sights set on the bottom of this course. Past the block he goes. Is anybody else going to enter the frame? Upper right there, you see back behind. Jack-o'-lantern still in second. Oh, mind that skeleton. A poor soul that wandered onto the track despite our warnings not to do so. Ghoster slowing to a crawl, but here comes Slimy Blob in third, trying to catch up to Jack-o'-lantern. Jack-o'-lantern sees the speed differential. Almost like he's flipped the DRS open. Here he comes. Jack-o'-lantern on the inside now, to the outside. Sold him the dummy and into the lead. Jack-o'-lantern is going to win the race. Ghoster, will he hold on to second? It looks like he will. Slimy Blob now for the bottom step of the podium. Yes, he has it. Who will come next? Oh, this is going to be close between these two. Eye of the Demon trying to give chase, but will not be able to catch Ectoplasm, who fell from the lead back to fourth. Eye of the Demon. Actually, we have not seen any of Will-o'-the-Wisp yet. I wonder if Will-o'-the-Wisp is stuck somewhere. Really Scary comes through 11 seconds back of fifth place. Ah, there you go. Will-o'-the-Wisp stuck back in seventh place and stranded up on the course in the dead of the night. a scary place to be. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more. A haunted course to give you fright. Elimination is in sight. Who survives this deadly night and avoids the spider's bite? Choose your marble. Elimination race 1 of 4 is underway. Vampire takes the early lead. Now Skeleton. Shooting down the course with Eyeball in close proximity. Now the Soul Orb comes into first and loses out as they head into the final turn. They will not be eliminated. Eyeball takes the win. Skeleton hung up back there, and those ball bearings don't clear the rest of those marbles out. Whoever is highest up the course will be eliminated. Oozer trying to avoid that. Sulphide, same thing. Sulphide slices on through and makes it across the line. Oozer is eliminated and falls victim to the spider. Put them back up in the starting blocks. Will the fear of elimination and will the fear of the spider's fangs get them down the course quicker? One can only hope. Sulphide looking poised to take the win and avoid elimination. He does so. Eyeball on that bottom side as well. Skeleton needing to get down the course a little bit quicker. If those ball bearings knock that Soul Orb out of the way. Is anybody caught higher up the course? No. Soul Orb is eliminated. Eat up, my children. Two races to go. Down they go. The Purple Phantom briefly taking the lead. Now it's Eyeball. Skeleton takes the far line but loses out. And will not be eliminated if they can get... Oh, and they come to a stop. Eyeball and Skeleton. Could that end up spelling their doom? A little nudge. Vampire will try to get on through, and does. Narrowly avoiding elimination. Sulphide, higher up the course, can just watch helplessly. Your final chance. Far side they go, back and forth, now converging back to the middle. Eyeball takes the lead again. Several marbles caught higher up. They've come to a stop. Here come the ball bearings, knocking them loose. And down they come. Skeleton takes the advantage of it and stalls again. Even a little nudge from the ball bearing will not dislodge Skeleton, but one higher up the course, and that may be the Purple Phantom. Congratulations, you have survived. But now, you must face the tower. Countless souls have perished on this course. Will you be one of them? Zombie Brain, Eyeball, Skeleton, and Vampire. Eyeball with the early lead, descending through the tower as safely as one can. Now they switch spots. Farther back behind, Vampire trails the top three. Out they come, Skeleton trying to give chase. Trying to take over that top spot whenever they get an opportunity to pass. And Skeleton stalls out. Skeleton will be caught up on this course and will not finish. Eyeball still holding the lead, now loses it out. Falls back to third, in fact, on one corner. Zombie Brain hits, loses the lead to Vampire. He came across that catwalk and carried just a little bit too far. Now onto that far funnel beside the skull candle. Who stole that off my desk? Vampire. Down into the chute. Picks up a little bit of speed. For those bridges. A huge lead for Vampire. It's onto that stage, a little bit of a nudge now. It's down with the finish line nearly in sight. Zombie Brain is close behind. Zombie Brain now takes the lead. Zombie Brain with a few turns left to go. Can Vampire catch up? No, he won't. Zombie Brain will win the day. Vampire next. A second place finish and a sigh of relief to have made it through this haunted course. Eyeball hoping that a ball bearing will nudge it to safety. But no help is coming. They pass right on by, indifferent to his plight. And at the end, a savior. Eyeball will move into the pen, but will live to roll another day. The same cannot be said for Skeleton. Congratulations to our podium finishers. Lose the race, and you may lose your soul. Once gravity takes you, and you begin to roll, lose not the sight on this terrifying night of a chance to win Halloween gold. Hello, everybody. I'm Greg Woods. A ghoulish course awaits our marbles. 8 of them will be released, plus the ball bearing back behind. Who will make it down to the bottom, and who will find themselves perhaps trapped in a state of perpetual did not finish. Down the temporary sand course, and it is Blood Moon leading the way for now. Maybe Gremlin back behind. A little bit tough to see. I'm more worried about all the terrifying things beside the track. Under those watchful, bloodshot eyes, Blood Moon streaks down in front of that skull of that poor soul that perished on the side of the course, past the sarcophagus full of the souls of marbles past. In front of the jack-o'-lantern, into the gate. And Gremlin does take second. Casper comes next. There's the ball bearing back in 5th, and I don't see jack-o'-lantern. Ah, there, jack-o'-lantern stuck early on up the course. Gets no points. After a while, remember, the last place marbles will be eliminated. Down they come, and our last race winner, Blood Moon, has a terrible start, and it's Casper streaking off right down the side to make it onto the sand first. A nice turn around the corner, but Blood Moon has recovered. Jack-o'-lantern also up there after that DNF, needs a good finish. Snaking their way around, and a couple getting caught up. Can't really tell who that is. If it was jack-o'-lantern again, getting stuck, I think it was, but that ball bearing helps to collect, but one is already out. That could be Will-O-Wisp. Meantime, down into the final part of the course, past those poor souls, and this could be an easy victory for Casper. Who will get second, and Blood Moon should come in for third. There comes Jack-o'-lantern, a successful finish this time around. 3 DNFs, however. Will-O-Wisp, Zomball, and Candy Corn. Ah, there we go. Booberry sits in last, tied at the top. Blood Moon and Casper for now. Just a couple of races before the eliminations begin. Down they come. All of the eyes upon them. Singular eyes, that is. Only one apiece. Down into the slalom, back and forth. Marbles having to keep focused on the track instead of the scariness around them. Why do the orbs glow? Do they glow for me? That skull is not having a good evening. Bounding back and forth. Mind the spiders. I believe at least some of those are venomous. I would imagine the ones that are glowing red. Try to avoid those if you can. Blood Moon, another win. Squished in there. Snaking through. The ball bearing has been a consistent finisher throughout. That is Candy Corn, by the way, in second place. And how many DNFs this time? 3 of them. Zomball, Jack-o'-lantern, and Gremlin all getting stuck. And now, on the edge of elimination. If you lose, where do you go? Will you be confined to the sarcophagus? Locked inside of that house with who knows whom? Or will you be perhaps fed to the spiders? Casper wants no part of that. Already down into the slaloms back and forth, and it seems like several are straggling behind and several may be caught. I think I could see one of them up top there. Was that Jack-o'-lantern who was stuck? So that is not the kind of finish that he wanted. Will-o'-wisp out in front. Now getting stuck on the sides. Elimination is looming. You must finish well. Everybody bunching up. Perhaps it is safety in numbers at the bottom of this course as a change for the lead coming across. That's Booberry. Casper comes next. Is that all of the finishers we have? 3 more. 3 DNFs. Gremlin, Jack-o'-lantern, and Candy Corn. Which means we say goodbye to Jack-o'-lantern. But for these final few races, the spiders will be fed quite well, I would say. 1 eliminated in each. Ball bearings being tripped along the side. This has caught many marbles so far in these areas. This early run down to the sand. Avoid the columns with the flaming torches. You just may save your life. Blood Moon. Perhaps our most consistent runner of the night. Trying to track down in second place, and now moves to the lead. Oh, an eye has gotten down onto the course. An evil eye has stopped 3 marbles. Threatening at least one of them, perhaps, with elimination. So we're going to have at least 3, perhaps 4, maybe 5 non-finishers. How did this happen? Spiders feasting away, eager for their next meal on this creepy Halloween race. It sees most marbles fail to finish. 4, including the ball bearing, Zomball, Candy Corn, and that is the marble next, fed to the spiders. Feast, my children. 6 remain. And with each successive run, you feel fatigue begin to grow, mixed with the knowledge of perhaps the end of your days. Where do you find your inner motivation? Where do you find the speed? And where do you find the focus? Go off the rails, and it could be a fatal mistake. One is caught. Will the ball bearing or anybody clean up? No, absolutely not. That blueberry that got stuck up there, it's a little bit difficult to see, but Will-o'-wisp may be our first finisher of the night in this race. Comes across near the 50-second mark. There's Booberry. Gremlin. It was Gremlin instead. Perhaps a little trepidatious to go inside of that house. Instead, it costs Gremlin a trip to the spiders. The course aglow. Penultimate race of the night. You've survived this long. Can you keep it going? Blood Moon hung up on the side, along with Casper, who falls back. Will-O-Wisp in third. Can't get around Blood Moon as they enter the sand. This is when it really begins to count. If you make it past this race, you will not be fed to the spiders. You will live to see another day. All the different pathways that they take through the haunted house and actually survived. Will-O-Wisp likes to live dangerously. Taking the near side. Back out, finish line nearly in sight. By the spiders, reminding you of perhaps your own pending mortality. And Will-O-Wisp does get in. Casper coming last. Booberry a DNF. And that is enough to cost Booberry the final race. Who will win the Halloween Championship? Blood Moon, Will-O-Wisp, Zomball, or Casper? Casper streaks out to the early lead only to get caught up on the side. Falls back into second place. Now Will-O-Wisp tries to get by instead. 2 are out onto the sand, 3 are out onto the sand, 1 has already gotten stuck. We are only down to 3 marbles. There you see up top, it is Blood Moon. Blood Moon will not win this race. Good thing is, by making it to the final round, Blood Moon will not be fed to the spiders either. Casper in second. Trying to catch up. Zomball down the far side. Will-O-Wisp, the next closest marble that can track him down. Will he get there? It doesn't appear so. Nobody has made passes through this part of the course, but where did Casper come from? In second place. Casper had almost blended in with the course and almost got by Zomball for the win. Now, it all goes down to the total points for the championship, though. The Master of Death dances above Zomball, our winner. But the overall championship goes to Blood Moon. Congratulations to our 3 podium finishers, and most importantly, happy Halloween. What's the matter? Are you a glutton for punishment? You've not been scared enough lately? Must not, if you're joining us for the Halloween race. Hello, everybody. I'm Greg. Not sure what that noise was, but it came from the woods. Off we go. The last marble will be eliminated unceremoniously and fed to the spiders, as one does. The Castle of Fear, you can see it below. As they descend the course, they've knocked one of the... perhaps a ghost chasing them down. That may speed them along. It's not so much winning this race as not being eliminated. And who will come across last? Oh, it appears it will be ectoplasm. Somebody dislodged an eyeball as well. You don't get any points for that. Maybe just some conjunctivitis. And we can't forget about the ball bearing acting as the ghost marble. Ectoplasm, however, will be forgotten, descending into the spider's web. Is it weird that I think that looks mildly comfortable? With 1 marble conspicuously and perhaps violently absent from the starting gate, the marbles wonder who will come next. Oh, and we already have a stoppage! Do we have 2 more? No, we have 1 more. No reason to finish out the race, surely, because that appears to be Gremlin. Booberry up there as well, but just a little farther down the course means all the difference between advancement and doom. Look at all of the ghosts waiting and watching. Perhaps do I detect a little glee as Gremlin falls into the clutches of the arachnids? Tension ratchets up. Will you need tricks in order to find treats at the bottom of the course? As long as you can advance, you will stay alive. We're dangerously heading over to that far part of the course where we had some stoppages before, but this time, Jack-o'-lantern keeps going, unlike Gremlin and Boo Berry. One of the ghost marbles dislodged as we are already looking like a huge gap back to Jack-o'-lantern. Halloween, and already the Jack-o'-lantern has been spoiled. No eyeballs dislodged this time. Just a long gap of shame where Jack-o'-lantern enters the finishing gate, only to be whisked away. Spider's delight in the graveyard tonight. Shadows grow longer as 5 remain. Down they go. Drifting off to the far side there, trying desperately to keep going, hoping and praying that gravity will pull you downward ever faster. But depending on your competitors, will it be pulling you to success or oblivion? Coming out of the castle, onto the sand. Who will be last? Oh, and this is going to be very close coming out, but then it grows. Casper! Is there anybody still in the castle? Oh, we may have a couple. It is Will-o'-the-Wisp. Comes across. Is there anybody back behind? We wait, fixed on the finish line. Little ball bearings coming across. 3 of them, in fact. Oh, more coming. So many had tripped, they all want to be a part of this race. But unfortunately, Will-o'-the-Wisp is the last one counted. While all of the others will live to tell their spooky tales, Will-o'-the-Wisp goes no further. 3 remain: Frankenstein, Blood Moon, Boo Berry, and Casper. Moon Casper falls far behind. Boo Berry in the lead, gets stuck only to be dislodged. Frankenstein with a little help there. It wasn't very monstrous. Or is that more of something a doctor would do? I'll let that debate flow as it will. Zigzagging back and forth. Down by the dancing skeleton. Hello, old friend. It will be Blood Moon, the winner of the Halloween race. The collection of eyeballs waiting. All eyes are on the marble that will be fed next to the spiders. Casper. Congratulations to our overall winner, Blood Moon, in front of Boo Berry and Frankenstein. Casper just missed the podium, a not-so-friendly exit, being tossed to the spider's web. Happy Halloween, everyone.